Hey guys, and welcome to the Horoscope 101 channel. I'm RossyY19. I'm not too sure if this will actually be going up on my day, which is usually Wednesday, but here's hoping. I wanted to apologise firstly for my lack of videos. Sorry guys, my lack of videos recently. I started college again, so I'm completely busy with that, but I'm aiming to start filming videos weeks in advance, so I might literally film 4 weeks of horoscope in one night kind of thing, so I can just upload them and it's easier for me and you guys still get your videos if you like them, that is. So this week's theme is the best of independent horror, and I'm cheating slightly and doing 2 horror movies and I don't care what anyone says because I love these films. The first one is, in my opinion, a modern American, or Canadian I should say, classic. It is American Mary, directed and written by the Soska sisters, Jen and Sylvia, amazing people, and starring the absolutely beautiful and talented Katharine Isabelle, who you guys may know from the Ginger Snaps trilogy, Freddy vs Jason, things like that. With the 3 of them involved in this movie, you know it's going to be amazing. This is just one of those movies that really took me by surprise so much. I would have bought this regardless, because for one thing I love Dead Hooker in a Trunk. That's one of my favourite independent horrors, but I've already reviewed that on here, so I didn't want to do that again. I don't think I've actually done a proper official review for this. I might have on my main channel, but I'm going to do it again in October anyway, so don't worry about that. I'll be reviewing this in more detail, talk about the story and stuff. But yeah, American Mary is an amazing movie. I actually watched an interview tonight on Jen and Sylvia's talking about this, and they were with Katharine Isabelle, and it was actually in Glasgow that they were doing this Q&A after a screening of the movie. And they filmed this movie in 15 days. That is impressive. And the fact that, you can tell, because they said everybody put their heart and soul into this movie. Sorry guys, I'm not making sure that the camera's alright. Okay. Can you guys see that? Yes, I'll put it there. Okay. So everybody put their heart and soul into this movie, and you can really tell it's beautifully made. It's brutally beautiful. That's probably how I would put it. It's a sensational story of a young girl's tragic event that happens to a young woman who is struggling financially and ends up getting involved in basically seen as illegal events such as body modification community. She gets involved in that, and things start psychologically getting to her, and as more unfortunate events unfold, her mental state goes from bad to worse. And I think it is a fantastic portrayal of how one thing that happens to you can basically determine your whole life. And it is like I said, I'm not going to keep saying this phrase, but it is brutally beautiful. It is the realism in this movie is what keeps me gripped every time I watch it. Katharine Isabelle's performance was amazing. The writing, the dialogue, the script, the settings were absolutely done to perfection. And I would never, watching this, I would never think this was Jen and Sylvia's first kind of big feature film. They did have Dead Hooker in a Trunk, but from different interviews I've seen, that's kind of like their, and I hope I'm saying this right, that was like their kind of practice run kind of thing, and this is like the real thing. Not that Dead Hooker wasn't good, I love that movie completely, but this is like their kind of real thing, but it is still independently made. They had 15 days to shoot it. The budget was bigger than Dead Hooker, but it was a lot more than, it was like, it wasn't enough for a studio film, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I just absolutely adore this movie. It is one of a kind, and you know, just an amazing movie. If you've not yet seen American Mary, you've got no excuse. For a while it was just released in the UK, but now it's released everywhere, so you've got no excuse not to see it. It is absolutely sensational and amazing. Catherine Isabelle is amazing. Now I will warn you guys, it is very gory, so if you're not a gore-hound, you might not want to see it, but at the same time, because it's not explicitly gory, it's not like, you know, Hostel, and again, not saying anything bad about Hostel, again, one of my favourite horror films, but I'm just saying that don't let the gore, because like what Jen and Sylvia said, you know, a lot of horror films these days are about the sex and about the drugs and about the drinking and about the gore. This has gore in it, but it's got a story to it, it's got themes in it, it's got different levels of realness, and it's got a lot of heart in it as well. And you know, if you like the kind of dark kind of humour and dry humour, then you'll really enjoy this movie, and I am going to give this a 10 out of 10. It is an amazing movie, one of my favourite horror movies, probably of all time, definitely in this decade. You know, I think that Catherine Isabelle picked such amazing roles. You know, like Ginger Snaps, for me, was a very groundbreaking film, which again, you know, portrays a lot of dark issues that people don't really want to, not dark issues, but like issues that people don't really want to raise in movies. So I think that Jen and Sylvia were really, really brave to, you know, bring up the body modification community and to show people that this community are full of the nicest people that you can meet, you know. And I just think that this is the kind of movie that really portrays real life and really shows you the extent of the brutality of life, as well as as you know, like that there are people who are passionate about things, people who want to make a difference, who want to make themselves feel, you know, feel different, to be themselves, you know, because maybe some people's view of who they are is to be different, and that's what this film says. And I just think that it's an amazing example of horror at its best. So guys, please check out American Mary. So as I said, this is going to be a kind of double review. The next one I'm going to talk about is the 2013, oh that's from 2012 by the way, American Mary, is Don't Go to the Reunion. Directed by Steve Galtz, and written by Kevin Summerfield. I have done a lot of videos on this movie on my main channel, but I'm going to talk about it again, because I love it. Starring, Stephanie if I get your name wrong, Stephanie Lee Rose and Spencer Harlan, and loads of other people as well who are all amazing. Now I will say the movie is slightly cheesy at times, but I love it. You know, you love the cheese. I'm sorry, but you do. Just a fantastic, fun film. Has a lot of comedy in it. Has a lot of. I will say, I just want to warn you that if you've not seen too many slasher movies, you might want to be careful watching this, because there are a lot of spoilers in terms of, you know, in terms of how people are killed are inspired by other horror movies. So please be careful when you watch this, to know that if you don't care about being spoiled, then, you know, definitely check this out. But I absolutely love this movie. It is such a fun kind of look at horror, at slasher movies, and how it plays kind of tribute to the classic 80s horrors that we all love. You know, there's things like, there's references to like Friday the 13th, Halloween to some extent. I don't know if they meant to do that, but I kind of felt that Erica's clothing in the end of the movie, kind of, you know, at the end, was quite similar to the stuff that Laurie wore in Halloween. I don't know if that was intentional or whatever, but anyway, I like that touch to it. I just thought it was one of those movies, and I'll put links to videos that I've done before in this. I just think that this is a breath of fresh air for me. It was a slasher movie that I have been really looking forward to, because I have spoke to Steve and Kevin on numerous occasions, about this movie, saying how much I love it, and I just honestly cannot recommend this movie enough. You can get it on the official Slasher Studios website, which I will leave a video down below which will have links to the websites and stuff. But this is a sensational movie, and I want to point out this DVD is worth picking up. This has got a commentary, it's got trailers, it's got audition tapes, and it's got all the Slasher Studio short films on it. And that is an absolute fucking amazing release on DVD. I really hope this gets a bigger release in terms of, internationally. But I just think this is sorry guys, still a bit not well. This is a one of a kind movie, and it's a movie that I think so many people should see, and I think that if you love horror, you will love this movie because it is just so much fun, so different, but at the same time it takes things from older horror films to make it its own original horror movie. And I just love everything about this, and even the cover is the kind of reminiscing the kind of old 80s slasher movies, and I love that. I just love the artwork on this. So just a sensational, fantastic, brilliant movie. And there will be people who don't like this, unfortunately. That always has to happen with movies, especially independent movies. Just because it's not got a big budget or it doesn't have a big studio behind it doesn't make it any less, doesn't make it good, doesn't make it bad. But honest to God, give this movie a go. It is fantastic. I absolutely love this movie. Trust me, I would not be reviewing this movie if I didn't think it was good. I wouldn't do that to you guys. So I absolutely adore this movie. One of my favourite movies of the year, and I just love it. So guys, that was my review of American Mary. And don't go to the reunion for the Horoscope 101 channel, and this was the best of Independent Horror Week. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you all very soon. Bye guys.